which one of these two squads is going to come out ahead in our first round of 3 in the upper bracket.
All right, so let's take a look at the compositions here. We do see, do they have the trifecta? They do. So protect the lumber here, bringing a pretty solid comp here, if I may say so myself. Only going with the single shaman, and I mean, I think personally that's an excellent choice. If I had to pick between having 2 shamans or having 2 mages, I mean, I would always go with 2 mages. So I feel like that makes a lot of sense. And on the flip side as well, we're going to see a warlock, rogue, we're going to see a druid, and we're going to see that paladin priest combo in terms of healers. 1 warrior, basically both of them running pretty much an identical strategy. Of course, the main difference being that horde and alliance dynamic here.
Horde versus alliance, which one is going to pull out ahead in this match? We have 1 paladin for the side of the alliance and 1 shaman for the side of the horde. I think both these teams running the double mage setup it's ideal. I think from what we saw from Apes and my experience in Classic WoW, the double mage just seems really, really solid. Having 1 mage on defense, 1 mage on offense, or 2 mages on defense, it makes it really, really difficult to deal with. Just so much control, so much AoE, and I think that's why we're seeing it as well. I mean, these mages, they're so powerful at helping the druids. I think that's why we've seen it be pretty standard, where the druid will go in with a mage, and the mage is more than enough peels to deal with the rogue. If you leave a druid to go one-on-one against a good rogue, that doesn't normally end super well for the druid. So that's why we do see these mages trying to help them out.
So I think, looking at Xerok, he is definitely playing some more aggressive spec. So all of the mages on the side of the lumberjacks have Ice Barrier, which means that they are deeply spec'd into Frost. Most likely they are playing either Ignite Barrier, which means that they go for the Fire Tree instead of the Arcane Tree, and then they max out the Frost Tree, of course. And that's going to give them a little bit more damage, a little bit more 1 versus 1 potential, a little bit better punch if they take down the Flag Carrier. But if they're playing that improved counterspell, which is the most standard thing, they're going to be having that. They're going to have access to improved counterspell, which is going to be better for crowd controlling healers and then killing somebody. So it's basically better when you're fighting multiple players. So we're going to have to take a look at that. Xerok, the only player out of all of these 4 mages who doesn't have an Ice Barrier, means that he's probably playing a deep fire spec with Arcane mixed in, or he's playing a maybe 3-minute mage or something. I'm still surprised we haven't seen that many 3-minute mages here. It looks like Xerok is just playing straight up fire right now. He's just been casting fireballs after fireballs, and we just got our first Thunder Fury proc here from aggro meters.
Yeah, big damage coming out. Let's see, both these druids are looking to rotate in, and we can see both these teams actually set up with a solid defense as well. We can take a look at Etu and what he's going to be able to get done on this rogue. Does look like Sif has kind of snuck by here. Let's see, he's going to be coming in. Is the Skull of Impending Doom, the abolish poison. That's to prevent blind, as well as any other shenanigans. With the free action potion, there's going to be no stuns available. Etu just going to be charging in, but look at how many people they have actually committed to helping Sif get out of that flag room. Definitely using the power of teamwork and friendship to help Sif out and get into this middle of the map.
Yeah, but is it going to be enough here? Sif still having a couple of people chasing him here, and there is a collapse potentially from aggro meters, and he does have that Thunder Fury, so never count that man out. And now Sif is going to be crossing the map here. Flag was dropped by Lapria here. What is going on? He's going for that drop-off to Selena Gomez. Selena Gomez XO, actually. So a fantastic singer and a fantastic player here in Warsong Gulch. Going to be using that. He's going to fall with the flag, and it will be returned to the base. So Sif here potentially going for a quick cap. Venruki. He's making that jump. Will he make it? He does! Ooh, he does. And Xerok looking to pick up the flag here. Can he get through, though? Gainsay is all after him. Can he escape? It looks like Xerok actually might be able to get there first, but how is he going to get out of here? The tunnel is full. He just used a sapper charge and tried to take somebody out of stealth with that. I'm not sure. He took a bunch of damage. Nice free action potion, but it's not going to be enough. Sif from Fairbanks here is going to be capping the first flag, and it is looking great so far for Protect the Lumber, as the casters predicted.
Yep, Xerok. Siroc, the little no mage, tried his absolute best, but it was not enough. He could not escape the base with the flag, and that is going to be a cap here for the Horde side of things. And correct me if I'm wrong, it is going to be take the lumber or protect the lumber that is playing Horde. Is that right?
That is correct.
All right, so that is a lead. It looks like both of us are going to be wrong in our predictions at this point. That is a nice pickup, though. It does look like, once again, take the lumber. Actually, the flag dropped, so both the flags have been reset for these teams. But we do see cheats for the Horde side actually going to be marching forward to try to grab that flag on that mage. And I would say in most situations, the mage is kind of the second best class for picking up that flag and trying to transfer it to that druid as soon as possible.
Yeah, mages, having that ice block, having a lot of mobility, a lot of ways to clear those slows. Definitely a good class to kind of have it cross, the danger zone in that flag room and then drop it off for the druid. It's what a lot of teams opt to do for. And now Selena Gnomes here caught up in a mind control cap. Look at Take. He's just taking full control here, crowd controlling both of these healers here on that mage, doing a great job. And the flag will be dropped as a result of that. Both healers, all healers actually, on the side of Protect the Lumber will be in that crowd control chain, but they don't have this flag on the side of Fun and Flirty. So Fun and Flirty kind of diffusing a bad situation there from escalating, but still it wasn't enough to kind of put them ahead. If they had the flag there safely and they were crossing the mid with them and a play like that happened from their mage, then that would result in a cap there. So still, nonetheless, good job there by Take A. And now we're going to have to see them do a better job, though, as a team, getting that flag for laps on the side of Fun and Flirty.
Yeah, and it looks like right now, there's a pretty solid defense here by Protect the Lumber. They are just going to be protecting this flag at all costs. They realize right now they are up 1-0, but this is a strategy that can easily backfire. They really need to have kind of a offensive presence. It does look like Takia as well as Sif are going to be rotating to try to get into the alliance base and try to pick up that flag, but you can see Shook, he's positioned very far away. Lapria actually just going to be trying to move forward, and let's see if they can actually pick up that flag. This mage is slowly waddling, being trained down by this hunter. Viper Sting is going to be landing, and it does look like he blinks into a rogue, and that is probably the worst case scenario for a mage. When you blink and a rogue is on top of you, you are not going to be able to survive for too long. It looks like Shook should be able to take him down. Lapria just one hit away from ultimately falling, but gets a little bit of backup. It does look like LL is there to try to help him out. Powerwood Shield, the ice barrier. And it looks like Lapria, in kind of I would say, a little bit of a miracle, does manage to survive, but still just so low on mana from those Viper Stings. And still, this team hasn't been able to pick up the flag. Right now, it does look like Fun and Florida, they really are struggling. The defense has been solid here by Protect the Lumber.
Yeah, and Lapria actually used a potion there, and it bought him enough time to survive there, but he still can't jump down and pick up the flag. He needs to make a move very, very quickly, and there it is. Free action potion, Skull Impending Doom. He's going towards the tunnel, which is exactly what he needs to be doing in this situation. And now, if you are on the side of the Lumberjacks, you want to be outside that tunnel, basically sharpening your axe, getting ready here. Lapria still going to be dropping the flag, but to who? Selena Gnomes again? He's going to be picking up the flag on that path, and he doesn't want it. He drops it right away. He's like, you take it. I don't want that. Laps. Finally going to get that flag. Free action potion is running now, and now they're going to need to do basically an entire lap here around this tunnel, try to get to their side of the map. And we could, for the first time in this game, be in a position where both teams get the flag to the flag room, to the roof, and potentially start setting up those 5-5 splits.
Yep, and that is kind of the standard play. Sif going to be rotating to the top side of the alliance base on the outside, getting to Takia. It looks like there's Bacon there to try to slow down on that Warlock, but I don't know if they're going to be able to do it. And it does look like there's enough backup here by Protect the Lumber that Sif should be okay to cross. We'll definitely have to see, though. There is a decent amount of alliance here. Fun and Flirty definitely looking to make a play. Sif just positioned so far back. Take a look at where he is right now. Just really wants to be out of this fight, allowing his team to kind of clean up the alliance, clean up the offense. But he does get caught. It too is there. Let's see if he has the burst damage. It does look like the Horde team, they need to get to their flag carrier as soon as possible. Sif needs a little bit of backup, but looks like he's going to get more than enough backup to get back to his base. And right now, Horde, there is about 8 minutes elapsed in this game, so still a ton of time left in this match. but it does look like their team will be able to secure the flag on the Horde side of the map and get back to that formation you were kind of talking about, the 5-on-5.
Yeah, the 5-on-5, the 4-on-6. It just depends on your composition here. And we're going to see if Sif can make the jump once again. This is pretty much the highlight of the tournament so far, seeing which druids are making these jumps consistently. And Sif making it look easy, takes 2 nice hops and skips, and he is going to be making it to that position. On the opposite end, we can see Laps already just running around here on the top end of the roof. And the rest of his team should be there very, very shortly. You can see he has his priest with him already. And of course, Lapria on that mage is going to be there as well. All they need now is their hunter, and they should be all good. And Jeev is downstairs already setting up those traps, setting up those flares as well at the bottom and that entrance there. So I think we're going to see a 4-man defense here coming out of Fun and Flirty. And I mean, I think so far they've been having fun, but I think it's time to get flirty now with Sif.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see Sif right now, positioned in the Horde side base. Looking solid right now, and we do see the team of Fun and Flirty. Like you said, they need to kind of get serious in this position. They are going to be grouping up and actually sending a 6-person offense right now. I like that. Be a little bit more aggressive, be a little bit more risky with this offensive push, and be able to hopefully see the rogue get in a position where they can cut off the flag carrier if he does jump down. And they have an opportunity here. Right now, I really want to see them get into position, make the offensive push, and try to make the play, because there is that numbers advantage for the team of Fun and Flirty. At the same time, though, they've taken a little bit of a risk. They only have a 4-person defense, and there is a 5-person offense going up the alliance side tunnel, getting ready to pounce. And we'll have to see which one of these 2 teams does strike first.
Yeah, we're going to see who strikes first. And right now it's looking like Agrometers is leading the charge here for his team. Let's see what he can do here. Fun and Flirty looking to equalize the game here. Agrometer is taking a lot of damage, though. He is catching a couple of heals, but he needs to keep on trucking forward here. Can they reach their target? Already, Sif could make the difficult choice here of jumping down. What will he do? He is staying back here in the back end, trying to just gauge the situation at hand here. Xerox taking a lot of damage, and he gets blasted, and he is that mage on the roster that doesn't have that ice barrier, that offensively spec'd mage. And Sif just basically staying back here, buying himself a lot of time, and it looks like his team is dealing with this aggression beautifully. Agrometer's now going to go down as well. And now if you take a look at Selena Gnomez, she is getting put in that sheep in that crowd control. Let's see, are they going to try to potentially take that paladin hostage, or are they going to let Selena escape here? It looks like it. And once again, Laps now also in a little bit of trouble, running through the graveyard so far, potentially looking to get onto the tunnel roof. And Shook, look at him, he's trying to potentially make some kind of play there to get there earlier, trying to jump through, but I don't think he's going to be able to. He's just going to stay back. So Laps should be completely fine here, but there is still a lot of people in his base, so he's not out of the woods yet. He already used his free action potion. If Shook can get there, maybe get some crowd control going onto Laps, and buy his team time to connect, that could still be a good opportunity here.
All right, definitely could. Sirac once again getting absolutely destroyed. You see a 6-person defense here for the team of Fun and Flirty, but they're behind right now. I feel like they, at some point, are going to have to try to make an offensive play. They're actually rotating more people back. So it looks like Fun and Flirty, they're just going to be rotating most of their players back to the alliance side of the base, trying to clean up this offense if they can. But I feel like this is actually an opportunity for them to potentially make a push. It's going to be Etu as well as Bacon for their team that is trying to get something done. But I just feel like with 2 people, there's no way that's going to amount to sort of anything at that point. Kotis is going to fall as well. You see a big fight here at the outside portion of the alliance base. Let's see who comes out ahead. It does look like with the numbers advantage, Fun and Flirty is going to be able to more than handle this push coming in from Protect the Lumber.
Shook went up, open onto Laps, cheap shot at him, and then fell down. I do think Laps actually expended his PvP trinket, which is the thing that people can use to escape stuns on that cheap shot, though. So I do believe that there will be a 5-minute window now if they can regroup and make another push where potentially Shook can lock him down, or a flash bomb could lock down Laps. So gonna see if they can do that. But now Big JC getting caught up, And it looks like Big JC is going to be sitting in this base for a minute here, potentially getting crowd control, Viper stinged, and just being abused here by the squad of Fun and Flirty. It looks like Jeeve just wants to flirt a little bit with Big JC. He's actually going to let Big JC just recover. I don't know if I agree with that statement, but I do think it's because of those players pushing up the tunnel. Labs needs to be extremely careful right now. This could be a head-on, 5 versus 4, 4 versus 4 from that tunnel. Could potentially be danger here for Laps if he's not careful. Doesn't have his PP trinket. And Shook is in his base looking to set something up, but they know he's there.
Yeah, that's the sap. Shook, he's actually going to go for the open. This is when they need to make a push. This is when we need to see the team of Protect the Lumber actually push up. Good crowd control coming in from Shook. There is good backup. Lapria should be able to get Shook out. Shook just has to survive. He needs to wait for his team to get there. If he can just hold on, look at the sap, look at the gouge. Good control coming in from Shook. He's trying to chase, but Laps is going to be running laps once again, jumping out of the Alliance base, rotating back to the graveyard. And unfortunately, it was just too slow by Protect the Lumber. That was, honestly, I feel like getting knocked out there, Shook still was able to kind of make, a decent or a bad situation kind of decent for his team, but they're just way too slow to the punch. They were not able to back him up, and as a result, looks like Lats and Lapria will be able to rotate back inside the tunnel and likely back to the banana, but there's still 5 Horde in this base.
Ooh,
I mean, Laps does get caught once again. This is still a really dangerous situation here for the team of Fun and Flirty.
Yeah, and like you mentioned, I think Shook did, he took a bad situation and made it pretty good there. He did what he could in that situation, but Laps also preemptively abolished poison, cleansing that blind. So, and that's the reason why you just got to open with that blind. I feel like going for the sap on somebody else, it's sometimes too greedy. Just go for the blind, try to maybe use your Rocket Helmet if you have it on somebody else when you're already in combat. Playing Rogue in Classic is all about spamming cooldowns, but Laps right now needs to be extremely careful. He has 2 players here. He goes for the rock. He gets Rocket Helm. Nice nade there by Laps, but now finally getting clothesline, and there it is. Sheep Shot gets trinketed out here by Laps. Do they have anything to follow up? A big chain lightning, and that is going to be the flag return to the base. Can't Sif get the cap though? He's on the roof himself, a little bit pressured, looking to make those jumps. Shifts out of a flash bomb right there, preemptively. Beautiful stuff here from Sif, but he does get caught up in a death coil, gets caught up in a Rocket Helm. Does he have enough HP to keep on trucking? He's activating those rocket boots, nature swiftness coming through, and it looks like another cap here for Sif as the Lumberjacks. He gets it.
Yeah,
nicely
really good. Nova counterspell coming in from the mage, slowing down LL. Not able to actually grab that flag, and now that's going to be 2-0 for the team of Protect the Lumber. Extremely well done. Great offensive push, and I mean, when that Elemental Shaman can get there, and you as a rogue can catch that Druid, it's an absolute nightmare for that Druid to survive. The Elemental Shaman doing so much damage and really showing its power in that situation. Now for Fun and Flirty, this team is down 2-0 at this point, or 0-2. This is not a great situation for them to be in. We are at about 16 minutes elapsed in this game, so still plenty of time, but I just have to say, Protect the Lumber, it seems like they just have a lot more momentum in this match.
Yeah, Protect the Lumber definitely looking like the stronger team so far, but Fun and Flirty could turn things around. There is still, about halfway through the match remaining, so plenty of time for them if they are going to be making a push. Right now, they're catching Sif. He drops the flag. Shook comes through, picks it up. Nice handoff there, little pass there, basically playing a game of football, not soccer, man. And let's see, Shook vanishes with the flag, drops it back to Sif, and now Sif, once again, going to be able to escape here. And if they can shut down Laps, then that's going to be a quick cap here. Laps caught up in that flash grenade, or in that fear grenade, and now being on the enemy graveyard could spell danger for him, but so far he is looking pretty healthy. He has the backup there of Seam giving him some shields, but now he gets coiled immediately here by the Warlock. Can he get the fear? And this is why the Warlocks are so good. Flash Bomb once again shifted out here. These Druids been making great predictive plays. Sif still in a little bit of trouble, but I do think he's going to be able to make it out. And now Shook, after doing those beautiful passes with his flag carrier, now looking to put the pressure onto Laps. Shook has been very impressive so far in this tournament.
Sif actually dropped, and Rumi picked up the flag. Extremely good job there. Definitely dangerous. So, I mean, Rumi, Priest, 30% health. Absolutely no mana whatsoever. Could fall, but team is there. It looks like Takia will be able to pick up the flag, and it looks like actually it was Gainsay that did pick up the flag. Not an ideal flag carrier for this roster, and this Hunter is going to be in a lot of trouble definitely needs the Druid to get there. Sif, is there enough time? Oh, looks like they are able to do it. And let's see if they can actually return this flag. It's looking like it is going to be a cap. Well done. And I mean, it was looking like Protect the Lumber. They had so much momentum, but all of a sudden, Fun and Flirty, they're back in it, and they're one flag cap away from actually being in a commanding position, actually being in the winning position in this match. So for Protect the Lumber, they definitely got to clean it up just a little bit.
Yeah, Fun and Flirty, showing some signs of life here, showing that they're not all talk, they're not all just having fun. They can get serious as well when they need to. And now, once again, there's opportunity for a quick cap here. Let's see who does it better. Right now, we can see the flag here onto Shook once again. Let's see what he can do on that rogue. Going up on the tunnel roof here. He's got Big JC with him, and that's going to be a nice duo with that rogue priest, but that priest not going to be super mobile. Flag getting picked up here by E2 on that rogue with the banish play. Let's see if he can get it further and further out of that tunnel. He's catching a couple of heals, and he does reconnect here with his team, drops the flag 4 laps, and this is looking like a great spot here. If the entire team can go back now, there it is. Okay, I thought they got returned there for a second, the flag. And if they can all connect now onto their base, they need somebody to slow down those players that just rezzed and everybody else to collapse onto Shook. They cannot let Shook make it through that tunnel roof position. If they all collapse on him, kill him, return the flag, it is most definitely going to be a cap for Fun and Flirty here.
Yeah, but it just looked like Sif is in a good position to actually get to him. Sif going to be rotating up the connector. Bacon trying to shut that down, though. The Death Coil comes in. If he could take down Sif, that would be an absolute disaster, but it just looks like there's too many members of the Horde, too many members of Protect the Lumber that are grouped up, and I think Shook, when he can, will be dropping that flag immediately to Sif, but they're just pincered right now. They're stuck inside the Alliance base. There's not a lot of room for them. What I really want to see from the team of Fun and Flirty is just wipe these 3 members that are outside the base, and then once that happens, as a 10-person offense, just go in, wipe up all these Horde players that are grouped up inside the base, and if they can get the flag carrier down now, it's likely going to be a second cap coming in. So I think they're in a good spot. It's just going to be up to how the team of Protect the Lumber decide to protect their flag carrier in this position. But one thing is for sure, they do not have the numbers advantage here.
Yeah, they're not going to have that advantage. And right now, they are giving their opponents a lot of time here to group up, but they're trying to buy time for their teammates to get here. I think Fun and Flirty should just go for it at this point. They got a lot of people in the right place. If they can get there, it would be massive for them if they can kind of collapse onto their own base, but they need to have somebody downstairs, and E2 is waiting in the wings on that rogue, looking to make some plays if Sip ever drops down. And there's so many people now going up the tunnel, 4 players here from the team of Protect the Lumber going up that tunnel. If they can clean those out and then make a push, that could be big as well. E2 needs to hold this position, though. I actually want to see him get a little bit more aggressively positioned. He can afford to move forward and stand in that spot, like on that little bridge inside the connector. That way he's going to have an extra second or 2 to react, and that can mean a lot when you're a slow rogue. Oh, here we go. Sif jumping down. E2, what are you going to do about it? Flash bomb maybe potential here. Let's see what he does. Sheepshire comes out, and does he have anything more to follow it up? Maybe a gouge into a kidney. He goes to the kidney. Sif trinketing out of that one, and he gets caught up in a full blind. I do think it breaks, though. Let's see what they can do. He's by himself right now, just having Xerox with him. It looks like Sif is actually going to be able to make it out on the ramp here, but he gets caught up in the coil.
Yeah, the Warrior's all over him. The Warlock as well. Sif just getting spam dispelled by his healers. Really well done. That gives him a lot of freedom to actually get back to the rest of his team. And now, at this point, they got to be feeling very safe. I mean, Sif, there's no one on him. He's completely fine, full health. And now, for Protect the Lumber, they need to try to work towards getting this third and final flag of this match. I mean, they are ahead right now. If they wanted to, they could try, some really defensive strategies, but I just don't think it's worth it. Got to have that offense, continue that push. And we'll see how Fun and Flirty is going to be able to deal with it. Definitely a tense moment, though, as we do see Protect the Lumber. 5 of their members going to be grouping up inside the Alliance base, inside the tunnel. But with so many people from Fun and Flirty, the Alliance side, just in their home base, I don't think this offensive push is really going to be able to get too much done. That being said, if we take a look, Shook has he snuck his way in. He's in a very good position now to set his team up. He's just going to be hiding. And when we do see the team of Protect the Lumber try to make it an offensive play, Shook is going to be in basically the best spot you can possibly be in as a rogue to try to really get their team in an advantageous position offensively.
All right, so these are your options, Chuck. Equip a mind control cap right now, or equip a rocket helm right now. Then, mind control the druid out of stealth and blind the guy who can dispel him. If he does that, he can literally walk the druid into his own team and just secure a kill for him. So I want to see him do something like that. Last time when he was in this position, he did end up getting found, so it was kind of given away, but he still made a pretty good play regardless of that. Able to get a crowd control on one guy, gouge on the FC. Wasn't able to have his team connect onto this flag carrier, but still, plays like that definitely look good for Protect the Lumber. So Shook really looking to put his team on his back here. You can tell he's getting a little antsy right now, wants to move forward and just sap somebody and open up before he can get discovered here. But his team is not in position, so he has to wait a little bit longer right now. And we can see on the opposite end as well, a push is kind of establishing itself here for Fun and Flirty. A lot of people here in the tunnel of Protect the Lumber. They're actually taking the fight here. They don't want to see this many players in their own base. They're just going to try to clean them out a little bit before that fight happens. But looks like they are outnumbered, though. I don't think this is a fight that you actually want to take on the side of Protect the Lumber because they're just getting wiped right now.
Yeah, I mean, definitely not ideal for them. And the longer they just allow Shook to sit here, I mean, they're basically just one person down. You kind of want to see them just avoid the fight if they can. Try to sneak by. I think messing with this offense, it's not working out too well for them so far. But I mean, at least they are slowed down. And the thing is, at this point, they are up in the match as well. There's not that much time left. About 11 minutes to go. So there is an opportunity for them to try to just stall it out, play overly defensive. And the thing is, Shook is in such a good position where I could actually see them right now just having a 9-man defense. And from that position, you actually set yourself up quite nicely because what's going to have to happen is Fun and Flirty, they're going to have to peel some of their defense onto offense. And then all of a sudden you have Shook in the perfect position to actually open up on the Druid. And I think just the fact that this rogue hasn't showed his position for so long makes it difficult for Fun and Flirty to actually want to make an offensive push.
It's an interesting strategy that he could employ, but even then, I find it kind of hard for Shook to take down this druid if he's going to be using, all of the consumables and just running. I think eventually Shook is going to get kited unless he plays that out extremely, extremely well. He would have to get, an opener into a rocket helm on the free action potion into, more crowd control and then potentially win. But the good thing about that scenario is that he would have time for it. Right now, there's 10 minutes left of the match. So right now, Protect the Lumber holding all of the cards. And you can see 4 people in that tunnel, which means Shook is ready to open up very, very shortly here. And let's see what he ends up doing. What kind of play is he cooking up in that Shook book?
Yeah, I was going to say, Shook has the opportunity to, win the game for his team right here. If he plays this out right, I mean, he can really control a ton of this defense and allow his team to get on top of that Druid. And what he does in these next few moments could determine the outcome of this match. And Shook will be pushing forward. Let's see what he decides to do. Sap onto the Priest. Cheap shot onto the Mage. And Druid right now, the Vanish comes in. The Rogue is just spamming out the cooldowns. Looks like Shook does get the kick, and he has kind of set up his team. There it is, the full blind. The Abolish comes in, though, and Laps is on the run. Unfortunately, Shook just did not get the control he needs, and Laps is already gone. And that's the problem. I mean, if you just mess up that just a little bit, I mean, it was a good try, but it just was not. It was not the right formula to keep that Druid locked down.
Yep, he added the eggs before he added the butter in that saucepan. You gotta go for the blind onto the Druid immediately. That's the first priority. Who can dispel the blind? The Druid. Who can scold the blind? The Druid. He's never gonna do it out of stealth when you've been sitting there for minutes. So you have the element of surprise, but you lose the element of surprise the moment you sap somebody, which is exactly why I didn't want to see him sap somebody. He could even blind the Druid and then prep and blind the Priest. He could do anything as long as he does it to the Druid first. So guys, if you play a rogue and you are in that position, the Druid or whoever is carrying the flag is the main priority. Sif, though.
Yeah, let's see how Sif's doing. It's not looking so good right now. So on the run, he does manage to get away from all of the Alliance, and it looks like he's in a decent position. His health is a little bit low, but with no one around to actually attack him, that health will go up quite quickly when he's actually able to get some heals on himself. And we look at Laps right now. Laps is actually the one that's in trouble, taking a huge hit of damage in the flash bomb. Big damage coming in, Sappler, and that is going to be it. The team of Protect the Lumber with the 3-1 victory.
Excellent game there. Very back and forth there. In the start, it was looking all like Protect the Lumber was just going to take this one, but Fun and Flirty at least gave them a run for their money.